Hello, reading friends. Happy Read Aloud Day. It's Amy VanDerwater here and my kitty Fiona, and we thought we'd read a few poems to you from my book, Read, Read, Read. And then I have a couple books to recommend to you as well. This is a book all about reading and all about the kinds of reading that I love to do. So I selected a few to read to you. Maybe Fiona will come back later. The first poem I'm going to read to you is called Maps, and this is a poem about reading maps, which is a different kind of reading than reading books. There's so many things that we read throughout our days. Maps. Yes, we have a GPS, but I still like to read maps. I like the colored lines and all those tiny numbers. I like the way maps fold into themselves like perfect beetle wings. I like to turn maps in air as we turn down roads on land. I like to hold a whole city crinkling in my hands. I like to hear my voice command, turn here, yes, right here. Something else we read often here in the country where I live is field guides. And when we see a bird out at our feeder and we don't know what it is, or a plant, or a type of berry, what we do is we look it up. And so this poem is called Field Guide. I am nestled on my couch, field guide perched upon my lap. I am learning names of hawks that own the never-ending sky. Mississippi kite is graceful. Osprey has a speckled crown. Red-tailed wingtips reach to tail-tips. I read many words for brown. I study hawks trapped flat in books, so I will know hawks in 3D. Inside, outside, hawk by hawk, my field guide teaches me to see. This is how I feel about books. I love to read for many reasons. I love to learn from books. I love to have adventures in books. I like books that make me laugh. I like books that make me not feel alone. I like books that make my mind open to new things I never even considered before. And I guess in many, many ways, what books do for me is they give me an extra life, a double life, a triple life, a quadruple life, just more and more lives. Every book I read, I feel like I get a new life. So this book is called, or this poem is called Double Life. And you can see the treehouse here. A book gives you a double life. It builds a treehouse in your head, a haven you can climb to when you wish to get away. A book will always be a friend, reaching out two wordy hands, offering enchanted lands. You can be and go who and where you've never been. The cover opens. You are born. Let your double life begin. So these are all poems about reading, but I have a couple other books to show you that I love. Here are two poetry books by Christine O'Connell George, Little Dog Poems and Little Dog and Duncan. And these books are all short poems, non-rhyming poems about Little Dog and his friend Duncan. So these are delightful. If you're an animal lover, you'll have a lot of fun reading these. And if you're looking for some great texts that don't rhyme, these are wonderful because Christine uses so many types of poetic techniques. Same with all of the corn books by James Stevenson, Corn Flakes, Candy Corn, Popcorn, Sweet Corn. There are a whole series of these. Bronzeville Girls and Boys by Gwendolyn Brooks is an amazing book filled with poems about children experiencing all the kinds of things in life that we experience. And you may see some people that you recognize. And one of my favorites from my own childhood, Reflections on the Gift of a Watermelon Pickle. This is an old classic, and I'd like to recommend that you go to the library or check out garage sales or tag sales and see what poetry books are there. Sometimes the real treasures don't look so fancy on the outside, but are filled with wealth on the inside. I wish you many double lives and happy Read Aloud Day. And Fiona, she said to say bye too. Take care.